Lesson 1. The new term. New classes, new textbooks, new classmates. Everything is new in the new term. We are second-year students. On the first day, we gathered in the gym for the opening ceremony. The principal talked about his hopes for the new term. On the next day, we welcomed the first-year students. We walked into the gym in a line. All of us clapped for them. In the homeroom meeting, we introduced ourselves. Some of my friends talked about their clubs. I did not talk about my club. I talked about my hobby. Hi. Did you talk to your new classmates yesterday? Yes, I did. They are all nice. How about you? Did you enjoy your classroom meeting? No, I didn't. Why not? They elected me to the school student council. That's too much for me. Cheer up, you can do it. Lesson 2. English Diary. Saturday, April 17th. Fine. I got up at 7 o'clock. I had breakfast at 7:20. I came home about 4 o'clock. Before dinner, I finished my homework. In the evening, I watched TV for 3 hours. I did not study at all after dinner. Sunday, April 18th. Cloudy. Father had a guest. They played shogi all afternoon. They did not come down for dinner until 7:30. Father is crazy about the game, I said to Mother. Everyone is crazy about something, she said. Our guest went home very late at night. Did you write in your English diary yesterday? Yes, I did. I wrote a lot. Great. Did you use a dictionary? Yes, I used a Japanese English dictionary. It's very useful. Do you have one? Yes, I do. I have a Swahili English dictionary too. My father gave it to me last year. Lesson 3. Rainforest. I am the rainforest of Sarawak in Malaysia. Once I was happy, but now I am not. Once we, the forests of the earth, were rich, but now we are not. You, humans, are cutting us down at 30 hectares a minute. Do you remember the good old days? Humans and the forest are helping each other then. You are getting clean air and water from us everywhere on the earth. Now some places are becoming desert. The temperature of the earth is going up. Some animals and plants are dying. Were you at home on Sunday afternoon? Yes, I was. What were you doing at about 3? I was reading a book. Why do you ask? I saw a program on TV about rainforest. It was very interesting. Oh, I missed it. Lesson 4. Communication. Gestures are often seen in our daily life. Like language, they are used for communication. but sometimes they are not the same in different cultures. For example, how do we show "come here, please"? Both Japanese and Americans use the hand and fingers, but they use them in different ways. Signs on maps are also different in different countries. For a post office sign, A is used by Japanese people. It is not used by foreign people. For example, German people use sign B. Are colors used for traffic lights in Kenya too? Yes, red, yellow, and green are used. Does red mean don't walk or stop? Right. Traffic lights are almost the same all over the world. That's good. Lesson 5. Squid. This is a flying fish, isn't it? Flying fish fly. You know that, don't you? Some squid also fly. You don't believe me? Well, look at this picture. These squid are flying, are they? They look like little planes. This picture was taken in the Indian Ocean. Flying squid fly about 2 meters high. They fly for only a few seconds. I know another interesting thing about squid, and it is their size. Some of them are very small, but some are very large. Some ones are about 2 centimeters long. Large ones are over 15 meters long. 15 meters. It's amazing, isn't it? Why are these squid flying? Because they are in danger. When they are in danger, they fly away. I see. They travel in a group, don't they? Yes, they do. Does a squid ever fly alone? No. When they fly, they always fly in a group. That's interesting. Let's read 1. The Piper of Hamelin. A long time ago, Hamelin was a beautiful town. The houses had beautiful flowers in every window. The people were rich and happy. One day, a lot of rats came to the town. They came out of the river. The houses and streets were full of them. Then a tall young man came to the town. He wore clothes of many colors. He had a long pipe in his hand. Sometimes he put his pipe to his mouth and played a beautiful tune. He was the Pied Piper. He said to the mayor, "I can catch all the rats in Hamelin with the tune from my pipe. How much money can I get for that?" "A lot of money," the mayor said to him. First, the Pied Piper played a short tune. Some rats jumped out of their houses in the street. Then he played a long tune on his pipe. More rats came out. He played his pipe again and again. Hundreds of rats came out. They danced around the Pied Piper. They followed him through one street after another. At last, they came to the river. The Pied Piper jumped in. All the rats jumped in too. The water took the rats down the river in the sea. The people of Hamelin were happy again. The Pied Piper went to the mayor's office and asked for the money. The mayor did not keep his words. He said, The river took the lads to the sea, not you. The Pied Piper was angry. He put his pipe to his mouth and played a different tune. The children came out of their houses and danced around him. After a few minutes, all the children of Hamelin were following the Pied Piper. He took them to a dark country under the mountains and closed the entrance with a big stone. Lesson 6. Who discovered America? There are a lot of interesting topics in the world history. In today's history class, Mr. Oka said, there is an interesting question in American history. Who discovered America? Can anyone answer this question? This is not an easy question. I cannot answer it. Many history books says Columbus discovered America. Is this really true? Columbus reached the West Indies on his first voyage in 1492. He arrived at South America on his third voyage in 1498. In those days, there were no Europeans in America, but the Native Americans lived there. They discovered America before Columbus. Were there any interesting topics today's history class? Yes, there were. What were they? Well, for example, how did America get its name? That's a difficult question. Does it come from someone's name? Right. It comes from the name an Italian, Amerigo Vespucci. He got to South America after Columbus, and later his name was given to the continent. An Australian teacher. Listen, boys and girls, I have some good news for you. An Australian teacher will come to this school next Monday. His name is Bob Smith. He will teach this class with me until October. Will Mr. Smith speak only in English? Yes, he will. So you must speak English too. Oh no, we can't. Don't worry, everyone. If you try, you can communicate with them. You can use gestures too. 皆さん、こんにちは。My name is Bob Smith. I'm from Brisbane. It's one of the big cities in Australia. Why did you begin your introduction with the Japanese greeting, Mr. Smith? When we visit other countries, we have to learn a little of the language. It's polite. I see. Did you learn those Japanese words in Australia? Yes, I'm going to learn a lot more in Japan. Lesson 8. The Maori in New Zealand. New Zealand is a country in South Pacific. It is made up of two main islands. Many people from other countries visit New Zealand to spend their holidays. In New Zealand, you see several different ethnic groups. One of them is the Maori. Years ago, all the Maori people spoke the Maori language. Today, only 1/5 of the 350,000 Maoris speaks it. Why is this so? Because the majority of the people in the country are not Maori. The main language is English. Now, the Maori people are trying hard to save their language. There were several ways to do so. One is through language nursery schools. If the children learn Maori, the language will never die. Today, some radio programs are broadcast in Maori. Now, the Maori people have a plan to build a Maori language TV station. There is also a plan to teach Maori as a subject in school. The words below are Maori motto. I was delighted to find those words in the book. When my language dies, I die. When my language lives, I live.